Okay. Namaskar, Shubho Shandha Sabaike. Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to Kolkata R User Group's 14th virtual meetup. I am Samrit, lead organizer of Kolkata R User Group, and by profession, senior statistical modeler and art developer. So our group is proud to be a diverse and inclusive community, welcoming every individuals from all backgrounds and industries. So, whether you are a student, researcher, or professional, or simply curious about statistics, data science, and art, we invite you to join our sessions, ask questions, and learn from each other. If you missed out our previous sessions, do check out our YouTube channel. The recordings are available there. And do not forget to subscribe the channel and do follow us on LinkedIn page to get all the updates. I will post all the links in the chat section, and without further ado, let us welcome today's distinguished speaker, Mr. Ronak Shah, who will enlighten us on the topic package reviewer. So Ronak Shah is an R and Shiny developer at Roche. So welcome Ronak, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Samrit, for inviting me. And thank you, everyone who has taken out time on a Saturday evening or morning, based on where you are, and to listen to this topic. So, if it's okay, can I share my screen?
Yes,
I
yes,
have some
I will
slides
stop
which we can
sharing.
do.
Yeah,
Okay, thank
let
you
me
so
stop
much.
sharing my screen. Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm very new to Zoom, so please let me know if I'm doing something wrong.
It's
Can you see
okay.
my screen now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. Let me turn it into a slideshow. Okay. So, yes, welcome everyone, and thank you so much for having me. Today, I want to talk about a side project and also hobby project that I have been working on. Like it has been uh, active for quite some time, which is called as package reviewer. So, what this is, today we'll come to know like what this is, what was the motivation behind it, inspiration, why I created this, and also the future of package reviewer. So in a one liner, I can say that a package reviewer is just a Google review for our packages. And as Samrit introduced me, my name is Ronak Shah. I'm based in Pune, India. I am working with Roche for last 5 years. Previously, I was in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia for 7 years. In last 2 years, I moved back to India. So, and I am with Roche for last 5 years. I have been using R for more than 11 years now. So I started in 2014, and so I have been like actively using R. And fortunately for me, I've really loved programming in R, and I've always find jobs where I could continue my developing my skill sets in R. So that is like a very fortunate thing for me. So I have experience working with complex R Shiny apps. I've built a lot of those Shiny apps with and also written few of our packages. Some of them are available publicly, but many of them, like my majority of the work, would be internal to the to Roche ecosystem. I contribute to that. I've also experienced handling API with Plumber, and also I really like the performance optimization, try to optimizing different performance issues that we find in Shiny apps or otherwise. Uh, and I'm also one of the co-founder of Pune R User Group. So we started Pune R User Group earlier this year. I think our first session was in February of 2025. And since then, we are trying to build a community of our developers here locally in Pune. So it was good to connect with Samrit and with the Kolkata R User Group to understand like what are the things that you guys do and what are the things that work for you and does not work for you, and we can learn from it, and hopefully we can also share experiences. In my personal life, I love listening to music and learn about geopolitics. That is like my favorite pet peeve. I like to watch YouTube videos on what are the things that are happening around the world and try to uh, understand how things work. Also, I am married and a father to a 16-month-old daughter. So my daughter takes a lot of my free time nowadays, so I cannot contribute as much as I would like on the uh, my hobby projects that are there. But yeah, but no regrets on that. Definitely, it's worth the time. If you are interested in any of these topics that I talk now or later, you can feel free to ask me any questions after the session, or even we can connect on LinkedIn to continue discussion. So let's start with the story of Package Reviewer. So this is like approximately, I would say, 4 to 5 years back when my project manager, like in one of the project, came to me and said that I have a very interesting task for you, right? He was equally excited, like the image that you're seeing. He was like equally excited for that, like similarly excited. And he said, like, we already have a project and we had to implement a particular algorithm in that project. So he came to me and said that, yeah, you need to implement this algorithm. We have like entire ecosystem was built in R. So definitely we need the implementation of the algorithm in R itself. So I was a bit nervous and also excited because this was like, I have never heard about this algorithm, although the name of the algorithm does not matter. It's not of like it does not hold any value right now. But yeah, it was a very new concept. Like I didn't know how to do it. So what I did was, yeah, I just Googled, if there is a existing implementation of this algorithm available online in one of the R packages, right? So instead of building everything from scratch, let's see if there are existing resources which I can utilize. So that was the goal. And fortunately for me, actually, I found not one, but two R packages which implemented that algorithm. So it was like, okay, so yeah, I had two options. Like I could go either way. And I just want to put a question here to the audience who are available. Like, if you were in my situation, how would you choose which package to select? Right? There are like two packages which claim that they implement algorithm, right? Which I want. So if you have a functionality in mind, and if there are two packages or two or more packages which provide you that functionality, what are the things that you would look for, and how would you choose a package? Any comments, any thoughts on that from anyone? Let me look at the comments chat. GitHub repo, yes, valid. Number of downloads, yes, very valid. Anything else? Okay, so thank you, Leo and Samrit, for your suggestions. And I think that's correct, right? I did the same thing. I looked at the GitHub repo, saw how active the package is, right? Are the authors of that package responsive to the issues or the bug reports which have been created? Is it used by the community? Like, yes, looking at monthly downloads, weekly downloads, and how frequently it is being downloaded, because this is something which we want to build, something which is like future proof, right? Like, for example, if we report a bug or a feature request to that package uh, on GitHub, probably they should respond to that, right? Or if it's a dead project, then probably we'll be just waiting for their implementation. Definitely there was an option that we could have gone forward and created that feature request on our own, but yeah, it's better if there is an option where we can look how active a particular package is. We would definitely choose that, right? So I did this manual calculation. I looked at both the GitHub repos. I looked at the download statistics, see where it is being used, etc. And then we end up with one of the packages, right? So this was like a completely manual process, and it was not systematic as well. So it was very subjective. So if someone else, like maybe one of you guys, were looking at it, maybe you would have choose another package for different reasons. So it was like completely subjective. So that's where I thought, like, after the implementation was done, I started thinking, what if there is a platform where we could actually see the feedback from actual end users, what they feel about using the package, right? So it's similar to, yes, you look for Google reviews, right? Like when you want to visit place or when you want to look like same with Amazon reviews, right? When you're trying to shop on an e-commerce site, you look for the reviews, like people who have already bought that product. You look for the reviews, like what they are saying about the product. Is there a defect in a product in the manufacturing, or the functionality is not working correctly? So that thought remained in my mind, and I started wondering, what if we could do something similar for our packages, where, let's say, there are now more than 20,000 R packages, right? Available on CRAN. I'm only talking about CRAN. There are like so many more on Bioconductor. There are like so many more on people's private GitHub repository, which are not on CRAN, but only on CRAN. There are 20,000 plus packages. And we know a lot of packages which are very well used and accepted by the community. Like, for example, any of the tidyverse packages, or then data table, or maybe something else. So there are like few out of that 20,000, maybe I think 100 packages we can say are something which is very well known, and everyone trusts them because they are like thorough testing. It's very active, and it is also well maintained by reputed authors. But apart from those 100 packages, remaining packages, we are not so sure, right? Like most of the packages we are not even aware. We don't even know what their life cycle is, in which state it is, etc. So for those, like the scenarios where we are looking for a very specific solution where it's not very widely used, how do we decide which package to use? Should we even go and use these packages or not? So I'm trying to answer these questions through package reviewer. So that's where the project package reviewer came into existence. I thought, like, let's build a shiny app, right? I want to build everything in R, so yes, it has to be a shiny app. So let's build a shiny app where users can post reviews and see and share their experiences, right? How it is, how it works, and what they feel. Yes, it can vary from person to person, but the overall goal is, if you have enough reviews, you'll get object, like after you have enough reviews, you can say that in general these are the packages which work well, and these are the packages that do not work well, based on the feedback, etc., from the community. So that's how package reviewer came into existence. And I want to switch now to the actual demo, so that I can, like, this is just the theory which I was telling till now. Maybe through demo you'll understand what it is and what it does. So let me update, change my screen share. Okay. Okay, so this is a Shiny app, which you're seeing right now. And it's very simple, very basic, but it works, right? So that's the important thing. As you come into this app, you'll see that there are a list of packages. So right now, it only shows you the packages which are available on CRAN, right? So it pulls all the latest CRAN packages which are available. So I'm going to select, let's say, a package. So this is like, okay, obviously, like, you'll see a lot of reviews that are posted by me. So don't be surprised, and it's obvious that I'm posting. So yes, so I selected a random package, and you can see that average rating is 4, right? And this is by me. Number of stars which are given is 4, and this is my review, which I'm testing, obviously. Let me move to dplyr, right? Again, okay, there are two reviews here. Average rating for that review is 3.25. It's like 4. It's a basic mean, right? 4.5 plus 2 divided by 2. So it gives you 3.25 average rating, and these are like two reviews that are available. So if you want to review a particular package, if you want to view the reviews of the package, then you don't need to, log in or sign up for this. However, if you want to post review, then in that case, you need to sign up, which we have a sign up form here, which opens a model window where you need to enter your first name, last name, pick a username, enter your password, enter your email, and then send a verification code. You get a verification code on your email, which you enter here, and your account is authenticated. So that's the sign up process if you want to post a review. So I'm going to use one of my test account here. Okay, so now I have already logged in. right? And let me see. Let me pick up a package where there are no reviews, so I can show you. Okay. So yes, this is like a package which has no reviews. And I'm going to, you can select, half star or like a complete star or a half star. It depends on you. You can, like, it ranges from zero point 0.5 to 5 stars, right? So it completely depends on you. And you can also, I'll select 4 stars, and then you can also add your review in text. That's optional, but you can do that. So let me add a test review, right? And I can click on submit button. Okay, so my review is submitted. The table does not update automatically, so this is like one of the things which I need to work on. But what I can do is I can switch to another package and then come back to this one. And now you see that it will show average rating, which is 4 because there is only one review. And this was the review which I just posted, right? A test review and number of stars. And this is the username. It's a simple DT table, which I'm showing here. But basically, you can keep on adding based on the feedback or the people who are trying to add reviews. You can keep on adding more rows here, which is easier to view than for the end user. So it's a simple app, does all of these things very easily. And if it gets enough traction and if there are enough responses here, hopefully in the future, this can be a very useful resource where you can identify what the community thinks of a particular package and choose a package which is more suitable for your use case. There are some other details as well here on the side. Like, for example, in the about section, I share the same thing about the motivation, why I have built this package reviewer. Then there is also what's next section, which also is it completely depends on, how the response on this Shiny app is, right? So if there are a lot of things which I can still work on, right? Which is like few of them is allowing authors of the package to own their package and reply to reviews. So they can do that. Like, for example, if there is a misconception or something which is not correct mentioned by the reviewee, they can reply or post their comment on that or give them the feedback. So that is one thing which can be done. Then also we can do, like, with the advent of AI and LLMs, probably we can do some uh, sentiment analysis on these reviews that we see, right? If there are like hundreds of reviews which are posted, after doing some sentiment analysis, we can gather like what is the sentiment of this package, what are the things that people are struggling with, or what are the advantages of using this package. So definitely that is also um one of the thing. Then right now I'm using a free version of the database, like all these reviews that you see, right? It's coming from, it's getting stored in a DB, and I'm using a free version of this. And yeah, probably if it gains some traction, then probably I should move to, professional version where I can actually have a more secured database and also can make this transactions faster. So that's the goal. Moving back, I want to come back to the slides. Okay, so after demo. So as you can see, this is not a very polished site, right? Like, you will find a lot of other shiny apps which are more beautiful and which are more functionality wise very well done. But actually this, even though it is not, but for me personally, it has helped me a lot. So these are few of the things. The important thing, most important thing, that it's a complete project. It's not something which is half baked, right? Because I have a lot of, I'm sure you guys must also have a lot of such hobby projects or side projects which lie unfinished. So I have a lot of them on, my private GitHub repo, which I've never published because I've never found time to complete it. So for me, completing this project, although it's not like, yes, definitely it can be much better, but having a complete project which I can showcase on such platforms is definitely very plus point. Then the star ratings that you saw on the package review, right, where you select zero point 0.5 or 4 stars or 5 stars. So that is an R package called Shiny Ratings, which I created in the process. So I wanted this star rating feature for package reviewer, and I started looking for existing functionalities. If there is an easy way that I could incorporate these star ratings and then get the number of stars which are being selected by the user on the back end, on the server side. So that's what I was trying to find, but I could not find any package which did that, at least at that time. I don't know about the current scenario, but yes, at that time I did not find any packages which did that. So I created my own package called Shiny Ratings, and now with Shiny Ratings, what you can do is like you just need one line of code where you put Shiny Ratings, the ID of the app, and the ID of the input, and then the number of stars that you want to show, like for example, 5 stars, right? In this case, in package reviewer, and the default value of those stars. So you start with maybe 3 stars. And yeah, that's it. So just one line of code, and on the input side, on the server side, on the back end, you automatically get input dollar, that ID name with the number of ratings which are selected. So that again was a good win for me, where I could create this Shiny Ratings package, which I also published on CRAN. So now I also got the experience of how the process of publishing a package on CRAN is. So that is my first and only package which is on CRAN. So that was like a good experience to understand how the entire process works. How do you build quality packages, and what are the requirements for CRAN to accept your packages. So yes, it did allow me to do that. Now, verifying users through OTP, this was also something which was a very new concept for me, wherein when you sign up, you enter your email address and you get a OTP on your email, and then you need to enter that on the Shiny on this package reviewer site, and it verifies like it authenticates you, right? So this verification step was something which was very new. I did it for the first time, so that is something which I learned as well, that you can do for your sites or for your Shiny apps actually. And finally, also login processes in our managing credentials basically. There are a lot of packages which do that, using which you can manage your credentials. But this is something like I had some nuanced requirements where I could not use those existing packages. So I had to come up with my own login module, and then also make sure that we are connecting it with the OTP that is being sent, etc. So it was also something which I learned and which was very new for me at that time. So that is also something which helped me while working on this Shiny app. I think that's it from my side. I don't know if there are any questions or feedback that you have. And as I mentioned, you can always reach out to me on my email address as well as on LinkedIn if there is something that comes up later. Thank you.
Mm, I think there is some comment in the chat section. Could you please take it up?
Yes, sure. So Leo says, why not just adding a review tab on a package's GitHub repo? It would be way more convenient. I think that's true, but GitHub is something which I don't know if I understand this correctly, but how can I add a review tab on a GitHub repo, right? GitHub is not something which I own or which I can change.
Yeah.
Or is that something else that Leo wants to say? Oh, Leo is not there on the call, I think, right? Yeah. So I think, yeah, well, that would have been way more convenient, right? Exactly. I agree with that point. If you can have a review tab on GitHub itself, so you
Mm.
don't need to go to a external site. But yes, I don't think GitHub has this feature in mind, at least in the near future, to add a review tab. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for the question.
Okay, so
Any questions or feedback? I think we are good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is no more question. So thank you again, Ronak, for this quick and very short and concise session. It is nice to meet with you, and also it is very fortunate to collaborate with you, if possible, in near future for
Sure. Yes.
our user group from Kolkata, from Pune, and all over the India also. So yeah,
Hmm.
thank you once again, and yeah, and wish you happy New Year and Merry Christmas. Hopefully, we can
Same to you. Yeah.
collaborate next year for another new topic.
Definitely, definitely. Yes, I
Yeah.
think we can collaborate like as our user groups. We can share with
Hmm.
each other experiences, right?
Yeah.
And definitely, I think we'll stay in touch. And if there is anything, please let me know.
Yeah.
Thank you
Sure.
so much
Sure.
for inviting me as well.
Yeah. Thank you.